if you guys can see. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, okay. We're gonna be playing a bouncing game where basically you just have to avoid the balls with your cursor, and if you touch the screen, or if you touch any of the bouncing balls, you lose. So basically we're gonna be doing that. Okay. Adam, were you able to share your screen? Okay, great. So everyone go ahead and open up a new, I'll give you guys a second to log in if you need to. Oh, I think you should stop sharing your screen.
Who?
Oh, okay, it's back. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we can go ahead and delete the little cat sprite. Then we're gonna add a stage backdrop. So if you go onto the right-hand side and search up, choose a backdrop. Yeah, just use the search bar, and we're gonna search up neon tunnel. Yep, and it's just that one that pops up. Type in neon tunnel to find it. Okay, great. So now that we're gonna paint another sprite, and so just click on choose sprite in the paintbrush. Yep. And we're gonna add some text, and we'll just call the text Bounce Mania, which is the name of the game.
Wait.
And it can be like, yeah?
That's on the backdrop.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we need a new sprite, sorry. A painting sprite. So we're painting a new sprite. And we're just gonna call it the title of the game. Mania. And I'm just putting it in a little pixel font. I just made it orange. And you kind of want it to center in the screen and be a little big. So it should, you can just look at your screen and kind of drag it around to a place that you like. It should be kind of at the top because we're going to add a few other buttons. Okay, and yeah, so once we have that, we're gonna rename it title. Right, it's just gonna call title. So yeah, in the right hand side, there should be a section for it to say title or like name. So we'll just call it title. Okay, and then so once you have that, make sure you rename it. So see right under the screen where it actually shows the screen, right underneath it says Sprite. There should be a place for us to put in the name. So it usually says name right here, but we're going to change that to say title. Yeah, right there. Okay, and the title, we're going to go into the code section for this one. And we want it to show whenever the flag is clicked. So we're going to do when flag clicked, and we're just going to say show, and that's going to be show. And that's all the code that we're going to do for that one. But we're also going to add 3 more sprites. So if you go search up a new sprite, and if you search up button, there should be a square button. I think it looks gray. And it should be called button 3, I think. And we're going to name it easy because each of the 3 buttons correspond to a different level. And just go ahead and drag it into the left corner of the screen. Okay, so we want it so that when the game starts, when we click the green flag, it's going to show up. There's going to be easy, medium, and hard. And when the sprite is clicked, when you click on the button, we want it to hide. So we're going to do some code for that. So when flag clicked, we're going to have it show. Okay. And when the sprite is clicked, like the button, the sprite is clicked, then when the sprite is clicked, we want it to hide. Okay. And we're also going to create, once you guys get there. Okay. And we're also going to go in and create a few variables. So we're going to create 3 of them. They're going to be ball speed, ball delay, and size increase. So ball speed is just going to be how fast the ball is moving. Ball delay is going to be the amount of time between when each ball pops up on the screen. And the size increase is going to be how much each bouncy ball increases. So we're just going to name the first one ball speed. And all of them should be for all sprites. So first one is ball speed. And yeah, and then the second one is going to be called ball delay. And again, for all sprites. And the last one is going to be called size increase. Okay, and we can just uncheck those because we don't need them to be seen right now. So under the hide button, when the sprite is clicked, we want to set them to some initial values. So we're going to set the ball speed to 1. And delay would be, yeah. Okay, so we're going to set ball speed to 1. And we're also going to set ball delay to 20. Ball delay to 20, and we want to set size increase to 1. So this is like the easiest level, and as we get into the harder levels, like medium and hard, the speed and increase are going to be faster, and the delay is going to be less. So once you guys have all 3 of those variables set, go ahead and right-click on the easy button and see where it says duplicate. Just duplicate that, and there should be one that says easy too. So right-click and click duplicate. Okay, and just rename that to medium. Medium. And then since it's a little bit harder, we want it to, we want the ball speed to be a bit faster and the delay to be less. So instead of 1, we're going to have ball speed be 2. And the delay is going to go down by 5, so it'll be 15. And the size increase would be 2. Okay, and we're just going to move. And see how when you clicked it, it kind of disappeared? We want it to line up, so just move the hide a bit down and then press start again, and it should show up. And this time we just want it to move like nicely into the center position. Yeah. Okay. And we want to add text for each of those. So if you go back onto the easy button under costumes, we can add some text so that they know which one it is. We'll just call this one easy for the easy button. And then we'll write medium for the medium one, and then we'll do hard for the hard one. Easy, medium, and then we can duplicate the medium button. Just click duplicate, and we'll move it and rename it to hard. And then we also update the title to say hard too. And then you can go ahead and back inside the medium and hard buttons, we can go back and connect the when the sprite clicked. So go into here and make sure you connect it back into. So see where it says hide? We just want it to reconnect to when the sprite clicked. And make sure that's done for both the medium and hard variables, or hard sprites. So in the hard section, we also want to update the variables. So instead, for easy, we had the ball speed was 1, medium was 2, so hard would be 3, right? Yes, 3. And then we want the ball delay to go down by 5 again, because it went down by 5 every time. So instead of 15, it's going to say 10. And we want size increase to also go up to 3. Okay. And does everyone have those 3 variables updated? Yes. Okay. So we want to go back into the easy button and we're going to create a broadcasting event. So we'll use the when I receive broadcast. So it's one of the yellow blocks. When I receive a message, and we're going to create a new message, and that's going to be called start game. And just click OK, and it should show up as a new tile.
What about the difficulty? How are you going to control that when the game starts?
What was that?
How are you going to set the difficulty when the game starts?
So when you receive the start game, it's going to set each of the variables to be based on whichever button they clicked. See how we set the ball speed to different values? Whichever button they click, it'll update to those values.
Wait, but we don't want the buttons to work. So we don't want the buttons do we want the buttons to work after we start the game or not?
No, we're gonna have them hide once the user has clicked on one of the buttons.
Okay.
Yeah. So once we broadcast start game, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna hide the other buttons. So we want to hide, and we're gonna do the same for the other buttons as well. And we're also gonna drag it to the title screen too. So we're just gonna duplicate that code. Duplicate and then copy it into the title. And duplicate it and copy it into the medium and hard ones as well. When I receive start game, and we're gonna have it hide every time. And let me know once you've duplicated that code into every single one of the sprites. Okay. And does everyone have that receive start game under each of the buttons, under all of them? Okay, cool. So we're gonna add a block to see how we receive a start game, but we don't actually broadcast it anywhere yet. So we're going to create a new block inside the easy button and say broadcast start game right underneath where we set the size increase. Yeah, we want it connected to the bottom of the size increase. And we're going to do the same for all the other difficulties. So for medium and hard, we're also going to do the same. Okay, do we both have that done? Min, do you have that done?
Yes.
Do you have the broadcast start game done? Okay, cool. So now we're gonna test it out by clicking each button and seeing if everything else goes away. So if we click it, we should have that go away. We also have to drag the broadcast start game and hide to the title button. So make sure that you guys have it on all the sprites. The when I receive start game, and we want that is this Kim Lei who just joined?
Oh, it's a different one.
Is
It's a different one.
But he said it's a different one.
is your name Kim Lei, the person who just joined?
Yeah. That's my. I should change his name to Theo.
I think you broke up slightly. Could you please type in his name into the chat? Because I think I couldn't hear it.
Z. Oh, this one, we're doing a different code. We're doing like a different. How do I get out? Don't forget how
Do
do
you hear them? How come you don't hear anything?
We've just started a new game.
What happened? That was a problem once.
Hello?
Hi, are you able to hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
We
Hi,
cannot hear anybody.
Fernando?
This is not Fernando. It's different. Oh, she can't hear you.
Can you
Can
hear
you
us?
sound anything?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hello? We can't hear you. Can you hear us?
But he said we can't hear you.
We cannot hear you.
Um.
Okay, we will try to rejoin. Let's try to rejoin.
Okay. Are you able to hear us now?
Oh goodness, I can hear you now.
You get out of the project. Wait. Hello?
Hello, can you hear us now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. So we've basically just started a new project on Scratch. It's a bouncing game where.
How to get out of mine first, though?
Sorry, what was that?
How do I get out of my game I just had? I got into the wrong game. How do I get out of it again?
Could you share your screen so I can see where you are?
Okay.
Okay. There should be, so you can click back onto your profile.
This?
Okay. On your profile, okay. Oh yeah, maybe log back in. Okay, and then there's an arrow under my stuff. It's up at the top. It looks like a little folder under the blue bar.
This one?
Go above. See right next to your username, there's something. Yeah, right there. And then click on that. And then new project.
Okay.
Okay. So what we've done is we've created, we're trying to make a game that simulates like an avoid the ball kind of thing. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically we're just trying to make a game that you're supposed to try to avoid the different bouncing balls. So as more pop up, it's supposed to get harder, and if you touch it, the game is over. So what we've done so far is created a title and a few buttons for difficulty levels.
Okay.
You can remix projects that are shared. That project's not shared.
I
don't think you can do it.
How can you? Otherwise, you can't see.
I can see it.
It's so tiny. How can you see?
I can share the project so that you can remix it and
Mixing
Okay.
the project for you.
Okay.
I've shared the game under
Make sure you should send the website. You should
Yeah.
send the website in chat.
Okay. I sent the project that we've been working on so far, and if you just
Get into
be
there.
inside and remix it, you'll be able to be at the same step that we are.
So how do you shell?
Sorry, who was asking?
How do you shell?
Well,
Do you shell?
did you see the link that I had put in the chat?
Chat.
On the Google webpage where the conference meeting is, I sent something in the chat, a link.
It says, "Whoops! Our soul was scratching our head."
No. In the meeting.
Our soul was scratching.
In the meeting website.
Yeah. What do you mean meeting website?
The website where you guys are sharing your screen. So the conference that you guys just joined onto.
The meet.
It's the Google Chat and video conference page. It should say meet and have a bunch of letters off of it.
Page.
And the project and the 410.
It's not working. It's saying, "Oops! Our soul is scratching our head."
Could you share your screen so I can see? You can just share your screen. Okay, so did you try clicking on the link?
Link?
Try clicking on that link.
It says Luke's also scratching its head.
Okay. Let me try resending the link.
Is it shared?
Yeah, it does say it's shared.
It work now.
Oh,
We
okay,
use
you got it?
the website, yeah.
Okay, and then so say remix. See there's a little green box that says remix near the top. Okay, so you're up to speed where we are. What we're doing is we're just using some.
How do we enlarge your screen only instead of adding to the page?
If you click on or like if you just hover over where my presentation is, there should be a little gray box that comes up, and click on pin. So like move your mouse right over.
Oh, okay.
Box, right?
Yeah, see the little pin that came up?
Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's where we were, and
All
we're
we
gonna
can
keep editing. What was that?
all we can do right now is just play, and then medium, hard, and easy short. And if you press one, it's done.
Could you repeat that, please?
Oh.
Could you repeat that, please? I think it sort of broke up.
So all we have done right now is when we press play, easy, medium, hard boxes show up. If you press one of them, it's done, right?
Yes, that's correct. That's as far as we've gotten so far. Okay, so if you guys all go into the title sprite, is everyone at the title sprite? Okay. When they add a when I receive start game button, and we're gonna have it hide.
Hi, Dimitra. Did Isaac Tan join? Hello.
I believe it was Kinley who joined.
Kinley. Okay, Kinley. I'm not sure who that is. Is that the official name?
Yes, that's what
That's my
his
mom's
mom
name.
said.
That's what my mom's name is.
That's your mom's name? What is your name?
Theo.
Theo?
Oh, Theo. Theo. Okay, are you Chantal's brother?
Yes.
So your spelling is Theo and Co, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Theo, nice meeting you. And then who else? Who else is there with another name?
Adam is there under Jennifer Gomez.
Okay, that's Adam Gomez. You already have that name.
Yeah, and then there's Min.
And then Min Nguyen. Then do you have Isaac Tan on this? No, right? That's
no,
it.
I don't think there's anyone else.
Isaac Tan, I don't know if you know him. He might join. The parent just called. They were lost with a link, etc. So, but he is not new. Just letting you know. But ask them to type their name so that you can have it for ePortfolio debriefing.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dimitra.
Sure.
Okay. Please continue.
Okay. Could everyone just go ahead and type in your name. I know Adam did earlier at the start, but if everyone could just type your name in the chat just so that I have it there. Yeah. And Theo, your name is in there. Okay. So we were here when we have to receive the start game. Okay. So when I received start game, what we were doing was
Bounce.
well, we're not gonna have it bounce. We're gonna have it do the same thing that we did for all the other buttons. We had it hide when we received the start game. So we're gonna do the same thing here on the title screen. Okay. And does everyone have that hide when I receive start game? You guys can just say. Min, are you trying to tape your screen? Min?
What?
Are you taping your screen or are you caught up with us?
No.
Okay. Do you have it where when I receive start game hide in the title screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and add that then.
I said yes.
Oh, you said yes. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So after we hide it, we're gonna add a broadcast start game. So below the set size increase, we have broadcast start game under all of the buttons. And we're gonna test it by clicking each of them. Everything should go away. Go ahead and try testing it for all three of the buttons because it should work that way. If they still show up after you click either of the three buttons, then you need to add a new hide.
I'm good.
You're good. Is everyone else good? Adam, Min. Yes? Is that a yes from everyone?
Yes.
Adam, are you good and up to speed?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna work on doing the ball now. So we're gonna create a new sprite. Just search up for the ball and it should be like one of the first ones. If you go under where the little cat is, where it says the cat and the plus sign, yep, just search for a new one. And if you search up ball, you should find just like a yellow ball that changes color. It's also in the first row of the sprites if you're looking for that. It's this one. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah. Okay. When the start is clicked, we want it to hide. So in the ball code, does everyone have when start clicked hide?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. When start clicked hide, I'm just going in and
There's no more ball anymore.
there's no more what?
Ball. And even when I start, I still don't see the ball.
Because it hides so whenever you push the green flag, it'll hide. So
After I play it, but after I press one of the buttons, it still isn't there.
We haven't coded that part
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't gotten to that part yet. And then when we receive start game, remember the broadcast that we did earlier? If you go into the event section for broadcasting, you just click one of the boxes that says when I receive start game. And when we receive start game, we want it to create a clone of ourselves. So it's one of the orange ones under control, and just say create a clone of myself, and that should go right under when I receive start game. And does anyone know why we create a clone of ourselves? You guys can just shout out the answer if you know. But if no one knows, we create a clone of ourselves because we're gonna have an unknown or like not predetermined number of balls bouncing around the screen. So this kind of saves us from writing a new script every time we want to add a little bouncy ball on the screen. So that's why we create a clone of ourselves. And we also wanted to continue doing that forever. So does anyone have an idea of what we can use to always create, to continue creating new clones throughout the game?
Forever.
Yeah, a forever loop. So go ahead and add a forever loop underneath the create clone. Oh, we actually want it to be underneath the create clone because we're going to do something before we actually create the clone. Okay, and so that it's not doing it all at once, we're going to have it wait 1 second and then create another clone inside the forever loop. Okay, does everyone have it? Waiting 1 second and creating a clone? Let me just. Okay. Yeah, it looks like everyone has it. So instead of always waiting 1 second, if we have it wait 1 second all the time, it will be the exact same for easy, medium, and hard. So we created a few variables at the start. Does anyone know what variable we could use so that the speed is different, or so that the amount of bouncy balls is different at every moment for easy, medium, and hard?
Ball speed?
That's a good guess, but there's actually another one that we can use.
Ball delay.
Ball delay, yep, because we want it to delay a different amount of seconds every time. The speed will be used when we're actually moving the ball.
Now, when does the ball show up?
The ball should be showing up once we add a show, but we're gonna have it fade in and then show. So we can have it once it starts as a clone. So we'll create a new events bar and have it be called when I start as a clone. And it's one of the orange ones under control, actually. So when you start as a clone, we want it to go to any position on the screen. We don't want it to be the same every time. So does anyone know what block we can use for that.
Go to random position.
Yep. Have it go to a random position. And we also want it to point in a random direction. So we're going to have it point.
Towards.
Well, instead of a point to words, because that'll always make it point to something, we're going to have it point in a direction and make it a random direction. So we're going to use a pick random. That's going to be in our operators section. So it's going to be in the green section. And we're going to have it pick a random number from 1 to what number can it be as the max number?
15.
Okay, we can go a bit higher than 15 because
Too low.
so see how there's a possible of 360. Oh, yeah.
The numbers can go over 180.
Yep, we're going to have it, since a circle is 360 degrees, we're going to have it go from 1 to 360 because we want it to be able to go in any direction in a circle. So we're going to have it do 1 to 360. Just 1 is fine. We're going to have it the whole 100 degrees actually, Min.
What?
You can just make it 1 to 360. You don't have to put a lot of precision into it. See how you have 0.000? You can just make that 1.
Fine.
Okay.
Point 000. Point 0.000.
Yeah, but if you, okay, yeah.
It's point
But-
before all the zeros.
Yeah, I know. But we do want it to say pick random from 1, not 0.001, because we want the starting point to be 1. So you can have 1.000, but it has to start with 1. Okay? We also want it to be at its full size, so we're going to set the size to 100%. And we're going to set our color effect to 0. And the reason that we're going to do this is because the ball is going to eventually end up changing colors as it bounces around. And we're also going to set the ghost effect. Has anyone ever tried the ghost effect on Scratch?
I think so.
Yeah, so what it does is basically, if the more ghost effect we have, the more transparent the sprite becomes. So we're going to set it to 100. That way it's invisible right now. And as the seconds pass, we want it to slowly sort of fade into the screen. So how can we do that so that it slowly fades by a little bit every few seconds?
By change by.
Okay. And do we only want that to happen once, or
A ton of times.
I didn't hear what you said. Do you want it to happen once or multiple times?
Multiple times.
Multiple times? Okay. And how can we make it happen multiple times?
Repeat.
Repeat, okay. So we're going to use a repeat 10. And we want to change the ghost effect. And since we had it start at 100, we're going to have it change by -10 because we want it to, the ghost effect to reduce, so it becomes more and more visible. But if we do that, if we do that
The ball.
without any weight in between, it'll just instantly become visible. So we want it to wait a little bit so that way we can actually see it changing. So we're going to use a weight. That's going to be one of the control blocks. And we'll have it wait 0.1 seconds because 1 second is kind of long. Does everyone have that? You can just go ahead and type yes in the chat or...
Who's that wait second block?
Sorry, who said that?
Who's that wait second block?
The wait 1 second block is one of the control blocks. It's the first control block, so one of the orange ones. And we're just having it wait 0.01 or 0.1 seconds. Adam, were you able to get there too? I think your presentation has stopped. Like where we can see your screen. Oh, okay, it's back, I think. So, oh, it just went out again. Could you just resume sharing your screen? Okay. Adam, I think you're still not able to share your screen. Just go ahead in the bottom right corner. There's a little box and an arrow, and it should say like start sharing or start presenting your screen. Okay, thank you. Change ghost effect by -10. Wait.
Still need to
Point.
show.
What was that?
You still have to do the thingy to make the ball show, right?
Yeah, we do.
Now?
So set ghost effect to 100. What we need to add between the set ghost effect and the repeat is we need to add a show, because earlier we had it hide, right? We had it hide when the flag is clicked, but we never had it show yet. So we are going to put a little show block between the set ghost effect and the repeat. So just have it right above the repeat.
I still don't see any ball when I play it. What's the problem?
Let me see. Go to random position, pick icon, set size to 100, set color, ghost effect, show. Why is it not? Random position, appointment. Just wait 1 second, change. Oh, we gotta change the ghost effect, sorry, not the color effect. And Let's try it now. Now it should be showing up. Does it work for everyone?
And you can drag it around everywhere.
Yeah.
Now what are you gonna do after we drag it around?
Well, we're actually not going to drag it around. The idea of the game is to move your cursor around so that we don't end up touching the ball. So what we're going to do is we're going to code for the movement of it.
Okay.
So right underneath repeat 10, we're going to add a forever loop. And this forever loop is going to control the movement. Okay. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a move 10 steps.
Hello?
But
I need to go to the bathroom. Can you wait?
okay. Has everyone else added the forever loop? Theo, I don't think I can see your screen.
That's because I stopped sharing.
Oh yeah, could you resume sharing your screen again?
Okay.
Okay. When you start scanning phone.
Can I go to the bathroom? Can you wait?
Yes, sir. Does anyone else need to take a quick break? No? Okay. I'll just give them a little second. Adam, are you all caught up with your code?
Back.
Forever, we're gonna move soon. Okay. And have you tried running the code to see what happens?
Hey, shouldn't we make a screen that like if you touch a ball, then that means you fail? Should we make a screen like that?
Yeah, in the end we're gonna have an ending screen. So once the game is over, when you touch the one of the bouncing balls, then we're gonna put up a new screen that says how long you lasted and what your score was.
High is the best one. The balls move. So you have to hit it dodge them. Except we get stuck on the loose side, so that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. So we have the moves 10 steps, but if we do that, it's always going to move the same amount of steps no matter what level we're on. What variable can we use instead of 10? Like what variable can we put right here? Anyone have an idea?
Ball speed.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I know you said something, but I didn't hear you.
Ball speed.
Yep, that's right. We are going to move ball speed steps. So that is going to be a different amount because earlier we had coded the ball speed to be less for easy, a little bit more for medium, and the highest for hard. So we're going to move ball speed steps. And what can we do? So let's try running it. We'll see what happens. Okay, and we're going to wait and see. See how it's getting closer to the edge? What can we do so that it doesn't do this little like sliding across the edge? Do you know what block we can use for that?
We could make it go to the random. If it we would. Do we want it to start to spawn at the edge or not?
Okay, so can we use like an if touching to make sure that doesn't happen? Like if it doesn't touch the edge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we can use. We're gonna use an if on edge bounce. So it's one of the blue ones, if on edge bounce. And we don't want it so that we don't want the user to be able to touch it. If the user touches it, then they're out because they're supposed to be like kind of playing dodgeball with all of these. So what do we do if the user touches it? Or how can we find out if the user is touching it?
If then and a sensing touching mouse pointer.
Yep, that's perfect. So if then statement, and we're going to use one of the blue sensing ones, if touching mouse pointer. Then we want to tell all the other scripts that the game is over. So we can use a broadcast to do that. And we'll broadcast a new message. Let's just call the message game over. And everyone has that. Okay, and Theo, you just want to make sure that instead of saying broadcast start game, we have to make a new message for like the end of the game. We have to say game over instead of start game. Do you see how right under touching mouse pointer you broadcast start game? Instead of start game, it should say broadcast, like you should broadcast a new message. So you can just click on the little bar here that says game over and create a new message. Yeah, and just call it game over. Yep, game over is what we're gonna call it. Game over, and just click OK. And update it to, oh, I don't think it saved it. Yeah, just make a new message, call the message game over. Game over, and press OK when you're done. Game over. Okay, perfect. So you got that. Okay, so everyone has broadcast game over. Okay. And we also want it to start a fun little sound. So we're gonna have it start the sound pop after the game is over because they pop one of the balls. Okay. So once you've added that, it's under the sound section, so the kind of little pinkish blocks. Start sound pop, okay. And what are we gonna do when they receive game over? What do we want to happen with all of the sprites? So we're gonna, when we receive game over, we want the game to be finished, right? So can we still have scripts running? Guys, can we still have scripts running?
No.
No, right? So what block can we use to make that stop?
Stop all.
We're gonna have it actually say stop other scripts.
Yeah, because
Stop other scripts in this sprite.
that's another way. Stop other scripts in this, right? This.
Yeah, and then we're gonna delete the clone after that.
Wait. I don't think. Do you think? I don't think delete this clone is gonna work with the.
Really?
With the when they start as a clone, if it's touching the mouse.
I don't have the start. I don't have the dot other.
I don't think delete this clone's gonna work. I don't think delete this clone's gonna work.
You wanna try testing it out and see? And Theo, were you saying something? Or someone else was saying something.
I was saying something. I don't have this. I don't have the stop. I don't have the
Stop other scripts? Okay. So you have a button that says stop all?
I don't have the stop other descriptions like the whole
Okay.
block. I don't have it.
There's a stop all.
Yeah, and you just drag the arrow. So there's different options. So see how it says stop all?
Oh,
If you click on it, there should be an arrow and you can,
okay, got it.
yep, stop other scripts in the sprite. Okay. And we're gonna make sure you delete the clone after that. So it's another kind of orange variable. It's just called delete the clone. And add that under the stop other scripts. Theo, are you able to see the stop other or the delete this clone? It's the last orange block. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and we're also gonna create an end screen. So once the game is over, we want it to show that the game is over. So we're gonna paint a new sprite. Oops. Choose the paint option. And we're just gonna use the same. We're gonna add some text. We'll just say game over. And we can make it the same font the other one was. Just make sure it's kind of centered. Okay, so we're gonna call it game over. Okay, and if you try running it, what do we see happening if you press the green flag? Or I'll give you guys a second to finish writing game over.
Game over shows with Bounce Mania, and if you click any of the buttons, it still stays.
That's right. So,
one flag clicked hide.
yep. And also don't forget to rename the sprite. Instead of sprite one, we'll just have it call it game over. Game over. And when the flag clicked, we don't want it visible, so we're going to have it hide. And the hide is under looks, so it's one of the purple ones. When flag clicked, hide. And when do we want it to show? Can anyone tell me when we want it to show?
When it receives when it receives game over.
Yep, so when I receive game over, we're going to have it show. Okay, and let's see if that works. Just try tapping it, and it should have a little sound when you pop the little bubble, and it should show game over. Is that working for everyone? Pio, is that working for you? I'll give you a second. Do you want to go into the code section and you actually don't need to have a background for it. Game over. Okay, that works for Adam, and that works for Min. Okay, let's try it out, Theo. Let's see. And just try touching it to see what'll happen when the game's over. Like, just go touch the little bouncing ball with your cursor. Actually, just try to make the game loose so we can see if the game over works, Theo. You can just go ahead and tap one of the little orange orbs so that we can. Okay, cool. So the game over works. And we also want to know what our points are and how long we lasted, like how many seconds. So we're going to create a new sprite. We're going to use this scratch cat or whatever sprite you like. I'm just going to use cat. I'm going to drag it to the bottom. And we don't want him to show up until the end of the game. So we're kind of going to do it similar to game over. So what do we do when the flag is clicked? Do we have it show or hide? Anyone feel free to answer if we have it. What do we do when the flag is clicked? Oh, okay. Okay, Adam, yeah, go ahead. Theo or Min, do you guys know what we should do when the flag is clicked?
Hide.
Hide, okay. We're gonna have it hide, but when do we want it to show?
When it receives.
I have a problem.
When it
What's the problem?
game over.
How do you make that cat?
How do we make what?
You don't make. You go.
You just add a sprite. So see the plus sign, the little blue circle? Do you see my screen? So where it says choose a sprite, just search up using the little magnifying lens, and if you search up cat, it'll be the first one that shows up.
Okay.
And just type in cat and it'll come up in the search bar. Oh yeah, you got it.
Can you cat choose? Cat or cat flying?
You can actually just choose whatever sprite you want. But yeah, we'll have it drag it into the bottom left corner. That way it's not interfering with the game over sign.
How do you drag all of its body?
So use the select tool and
How do you not drag its head?
okay. So in costumes, just choose the select and go over, like drag your mouse over the entire thing. So just click away from the screen for a second. Just click on the little gray and white boxes, like the background. Just click on that. Like if you just click right here, that little box should go away. And then select it again, and this time drag it over the entire sprite. There you go. You can actually just position it using the actual stage itself. So you don't have to do it in the costumes. You can just see how I'm clicking it on the actual stage itself.
There's one problem. It got out of view.
See the two little gray bars? You can just use that to scroll and find your cat again.
How do you? I
See that how you just moved it?
I don't see it anywhere. Oh no.
Oh, there it is. And then move yourself up slightly. And you can, if you want to move it into the corner, click on the cat that's inside the blue screen. So the one a little bit to the right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Adam, you're back? Yeah, okay. So what we did is just added the scratch cat. Yep. And we want it to say something, but first we want it to only show up once the game is over. So what do we do to make it hide when the game starts? When flag clicked, yep. We're gonna have it hide, right? Just go into looks and we have it hide. And what can we do to make it show? Or when will it show?
Game over. No.
Could you repeat that again? Who said that?
Game over. Show.
Yep, when I receive game over, show. So that's going to be one of the events, when I receive game over. And we're going to have it show. And we want the cat to tell us how long we were playing for. So we can go into the sensing section and find, there's a button called timer. So we can use that. So when I receive start game, we want to start the timer. When I receive start game, we're going to have the timer get going. We're going to create our own variable called time. So can everyone go into the variable section?
Go to
It's
variables.
it's the orange one. And create a new variable for all sprites. Just call it time. Okay. Min, do we have a new variable called time?
Yeah. Timer.
No, wait, we're actually going to use a separate variable. We're going to make our own variable in addition to that. So go into make a variable and just call it time. Okay, and since everyone has that, we're going to to use a forever loop because we always want time to be equal to timer. So we're going to set time to timer. And if you click on it, do you notice how the time is super accurate? See how it has a bunch of decimals after it? You guys see that? Oh, I'll give you a second to get caught up. Forever, and then we set time to timer.
That
So it doesn't start at any number higher than 0. There should be a reset timer.
How do we change it so that it only shows whole numbers, not like, see on my screen how it's
Round.
4, 3?
Put timer into round and then put round with timer into the set.
Yep. So we're going to set time to round timer. And that's always what's going to show. So if you try running it again, you'll see that it's only whole numbers. Round timer. And do you want to go ahead and round the timer so that it's only going to show up whole numbers? So see where you have the blue timer button? Just use one of the green operator blocks to round it.
wait, so you get
You get one of the green ones, yeah. And see one of the last ones, it says round, and then it has like an open space, this one. Yep, we round the timer. So now when you run it again, it should show only whole numbers.
20 to say 25, 27 seconds.
Okay. Okay. And every time you run it, it should be resetting it. So try stopping it and running it again. You can just do that by clicking the stop button and then start it again.
Uh-oh.
But what we want to do is have the cat tell us how long we were.
Ooh.
Okay, so the cat shows up, but it doesn't say anything. So we can go into when I receive game over, and we want to stop other scripts in this sprite. But that's going to go above the show. So we stop other scripts in the sprite. And put that above the show, right here. Yours would say stop all, but just update it to say stop other scripts in the sprite. What you're going to have to do is click, you have to change stop all first before you can add something under it. So see the little arrow underneath stop all? Oh no, back on the orange ones. So see that stop all? There's an arrow under it, and it should say stop under other scripts in this sprite.
There's a problem with mine. It doesn't have like a thing that you can attach onto it.
Yeah, what you need to do is change the arrow. So see how there's a triangle right next to all in stop all? Click on the arrow. Okay, and then click on other scripts in this sprite. And then we're going to stop other scripts in this sprite. And then we wanted to wait a second so that the person gets time to see what they say. So we're going to wait 1 second. We're going to wait 1 second. And then we want to tell them how long they lasted. So we're going to say, you lasted and how can we tell them that they lasted for, like, let's just say 20 seconds? So it only lets us put words in here. How can we make numbers and words be together?
Join. It says join. Second.
Yep, so go into the green section. It says join, so we're going to join the time seconds. So use the variable that we created, time, and then seconds. And we're going to have them say that for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Do you guys see where the join time and seconds is? It's one of the green ones.
How come that cat didn't disappear?
Because we haven't set it to disappear yet. Join time in seconds, yep. And go ahead and drag that into where the hello is, not where the seconds is. Adam, what you want to do is move the green thing to where hello is. Yep. Okay. And
we get a join apple banana.
Yeah, but instead of apple banana, we're gonna have it say time in seconds.
So he gets a time block?
Yes, we get the time one that we created, not the blue one. So
what was the time block?
The one that we created is the orange one under variables. So do you guys want to try testing it and see if it says something? So just go ahead and deliberately touch the screen. Okay, it looks like yours doesn't. Game over. Stop with description. This try show. Wait 1 second. See you lasted.
You lasted 59 seconds.
For me, it will not show anything. Like.
Yeah, Adam, yours doesn't show up. Okay, let's see. When I receive game over, stop other scripts in Sprite. Show, wait 1 second, say you lasted. Can you go into your broadcasts? Like, click on all the different broadcasts. See this arrow here? When I receive game over, just click on the arrow right next to it. Game over, okay. And do you actually broadcast game over somewhere else? You should be broadcasting game over. Go back into your code for the ball. Okay. So you should say, see where you, on the right-hand side, oh no, keep that as game over. On the very right-hand side, you say when I receive start game, like it's the last one. That should say when I receive game over. Okay, now try it. It should work.
It does not.
It doesn't work. Okay, let me look at it. Go back in. Okay. Yeah, wait, just stay on the ball code for a second.
You lasted 119 seconds. Now, what are you gonna do?
Do you guys want to try, if you last less than 10 seconds, we want it to say try again. But if you last more than 100 seconds, we want it to say good job.
I don't know. I would rather say 50. I'd rather do 50.
That sounds off. When flags are tied. Go into the game over code.
What's the game mode? Oh, the mobile?
Flags are tied when I receive. Oh, okay. Take out the stop all under. Yeah. Just delete that. And now try it out.
Wait, what?
Okay, now it works. Yay. And you want to have a space between the 3 and seconds. So just put a space. See where you write seconds? Just put a space ahead of that. The space should be in front of the S.
Okay.
Okay. So, does everyone have the cat saying that? Okay. If we want to have sort of an achievement, so if the time is more than 100 seconds, oh, I think you, okay. If the timer is more than 100 seconds, we want it to play down. But if the time is less than seconds, we want it less than 10 seconds, we want it to say try again. So what can we use? We'll be using one of these control statements, but which one? Anyone know? Min or Alex or Theo, do you guys have?
You guys what?
Alex, I'm sorry. Min or Adam or Theo, do you guys know?
No, what?
What we can add underneath. So it's going to be either an if statement or a forever or a repeat. Which one should it be?
I'm forever.
It won't be a forever. It'll be an if statement. So we're going to use two different if statements. So if then, we're going to use two of those consecutively. So the first one's going to be an achievement. If we reach more than 100 seconds, we want it to say well done. So how can we tell if they're longer than 100 seconds? Is that less than or greater than min? Yeah. So if what is greater than 100? What variable are we going to take?
Time.
Time.
Hey, how come I don't see the cat?
Let me see. Which one are you looking for?
So I have a cat. The cat isn't here. When I press start, pod,
Okay, and just
pretend I lost, and then cat. That's fine. up.
Can't you do an if else instead of an if instead of two ifs?
Well, there's a space in between. So if the time is greater than 100, we want it to say something. But if it's less than 10, we want it to say try again. But we don't want it to say it if it's between 10 and 100. So if it's like 50 or something, we don't want it to say anything. So that's why we use two different if statements. So first condition is if time is greater than 100, we want it to say something. So we're going to say, well done for 2 seconds. Well done for 2 seconds. And just to make it kind of fun, we're going to play the sound win. So if you search up sounds, press sound and if you search up win, just click on that. There's a little blue thing in the corner and that's where you would search up for a new sound. So click the search bar and then type in win. I think you may have spelled it a little wrong. Oh, yeah, there. So it's the last one, win. Okay.
Wait, where is that? Because
Wait, who was asking?
me.
Oh, okay. So search up, so go back, like press the back arrow. Click on the plus sign where the little microphone, the speaker sound thing is in the bottom left corner. And then click on the search bar, yeah. And then type in win, like W-I-N, and it's the last one. There you go. So we have time greater than 100, we're going to say well done, and then we're also going to play the sound win until done. And that's going to go right underneath the well done. And we want it that if they didn't even get to 10 seconds, we want to tell them to try again. So what can we put inside the if statement to make them, to find out if it's less than 10 seconds? Anyone have an idea?
So I get the when I was see.
I think you're missing the if statement.
I get the if.
So underneath join time in seconds, yeah, do the if statement. If time is greater than 100, then we say well done. And instead of 50, that should say 100. 100, and then we want it to say well done. So go into the looks, the purple one. And say well done. So the very first block. This one. Keep scrolling up. Yeah, the very first one. Right here. Yeah, and then drag it into the if statement. Okay. And then we're going to say well done for 2 seconds. Well done. And then we're going to play the sound. And we're going to, so go ahead and search for a sound in the sound section.
For me, it
Oh, you already got one. Okay, good.
for me, it doesn't sound like anything. Look.
Do you have your volume low?
No, it's like all the way high.
And try playing it?
Can you keep clipping?
Oh, because I think you have the wrong sound. Click on the one below it. See how it says meow, and then it should be the box below it. So click on add a sound. Here in sound.
I already have one.
Oh, it didn't show in your sounds.
Oh, now?
Okay, yeah. And is it working?
So are you playing it?
Are you able to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it works.
What do you want with the sound with?
You can delete all the other sounds. So you can just delete this first one. Okay. So let's go back into the code. We'll play the sound win until done. And we want it so that if they were less than 10 seconds. So what can we do for that? Adam, do you want to add another statement for if the time is less than 10? So right underneath the 100 thing. So see where you write if time is greater than 100? Add another if statement underneath it. If, and then we're going to say if time is less than 10. So one of the green boxes, and if time is less than 10. And instead of 50, we're gonna have it say 10 and time. Okay. And instead of saying well done, because they only lasted 10 seconds, we're gonna say try again. And we don't want any sound to play because there's no achievement. So we'll just say try again for 10 seconds. And then after that, we're going to stop all. So we're going to stop everything. So now let's try it out and see.
Say what? So you say try.
Let me look at your code real quick. Did you have it stop all? Oh, say try again. So right here. Try again for 2 seconds. And then we stop all. We stop everything. It's one of the light orange ones right here. Stop all. Yeah. So let's play it and see. Easy.
I'm doing high.
Okay, you lasted 6 seconds. Try again. And then do one and try to last more than 10 seconds. Don't try to last 100 seconds because that'll take a really long time.
I did it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
because
It
I had like
lasted
about
17 seconds. Okay. But what do we do if the user can cheat by moving their cursor away from the entire screen? See how if I click on hard, and then if I just move my cursor, see how it's like not even in the stage area? That's one way a person could kind of get a really high score without even trying. So we want to prevent that from happening.
it still says game over for me.
Who said that, Theo? Who was it who said that?
Nothing.
Oh, does yours work now?
I accidentally deleted the cat.
Oh, okay, wait, let me go into your code. Let me see.
I accidentally deleted the cat.
Oh no, okay. Oh, you can take a look at my code and see then. Do you see the code that I have on my screen? So just re-add the cat sprite. And so just say choose a sprite, add the cat again. Go back and add the cat, and then just use the code that I have here. And Min, were you able to get the entire thing running where the little sprite comes and tells you how long you were? Could you just try running it for me?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And just choose one of them.
I like hard.
Okay. And try lasting.
Over 100 seconds.
No, that'll take a really long time. Just go ahead and lose. Oh. Try lasting less than 10 seconds. Like, just click on a ball immediately. Game over. You lasted 6 seconds. Try again. Okay, perfect.
Wait, clearly. Can you see my clearly?
Theo, who said that?
I can't see. Can I see your code a little bit more clearly?
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me know when you need me to scroll down.
Can I go in a little bit more? Okay. I go down.
Yeah, 1 second. So what you want to do is stop the other scripts in this sprite. Show it, wait 1 second, and then we're going to say how long they lasted. Just say you lasted for whatever seconds. Set for have it saved for 1 second, and then use the green join button here. This one. And we're going to join the time and seconds. So go back into the variables here and just have it say seconds. So you can just type that in instead of banana. Seconds.
Seems like
Get it if then.
I think someone is echoing.
Oh. I don't hear an echo anymore.
Okay.
So if the time is greater than 100, we wanted to say well done. Well done for 2 seconds. And don't worry about the sound right now. You can add that a bit later, but try to make sure that you get the if time is less than 10, say try again, and then stop all. Yeah, just play whatever sound until done. You can change that a bit later, but we'll add the if time is less than 10, so go into control.
Then
If time is less than 10, have it underneath. Yeah. If time is less than 10. And then go into the variables on time. Update that to say 10, not 50. And then we're going to go back up to looks and say try again. Try again. And then the very last thing you need to do is in the control statements, you have to stop all. So the little light orange ones. Okay, and say stop all. It's the last one, or one of the last ones in control. Oh. So it's a stop other scripts in this clone. Click on the little arrow and make it say stop all. So that should work. Does everyone want to go ahead and try it? I know.
Undo pipe. Remember, there's a tiny bit of code undo.
Try running yours.
There's an undo. Wait, can you go a little bit more sideways?
I didn't hear what you. Oh, okay.
More undo. Yeah.
This one.
When
We are pretty much out of time. I'll just have you get this little snippet of code left, but if everyone else has a completely finished game, that's everything I have for you guys today. Does anyone have any last questions? Everyone, if you're finished?
okay, done.
Okay, yours is done. And do you want to try running it to see if it works?
Okay. Hey, the thing hasn't disappeared.
You have to have it when the flag clicked to make sure it hides. What if I clicked hide? Wait, try clicking the flag again, seeing if it works. Just try running it again. Okay, now it works. So yeah.
Okay.
Great, so that's everything I have. So does anyone have any last questions? No, so yeah, that's all. Thank you guys.
Do we press save now?
Yes, definitely click save now.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. And thank you, Alex. And I'll, Adam, sorry. Adam, we're all good. Thank you. That's everything for today.